Alright, so in today's video, we are watching, first of all, our first Season 9 new patch replay. So obviously a lot of gameplay changes, a lot of just rank changes in general. And today, we are watching a Silver 2 Widowmaker and Reaper on the new Junkertown, which has changed quite a bit. You hear the Reaper on Junkertown and you go, wait a second. But I will say, with the new changes to Junkertown, first point plays a lot more different, making a lot more heroes viable. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to see how it is because it's our first spectate of Season 9 where we've had such major gameplay changes. And we're starting off with a Widow. Here we go. Find out what happens. It's interesting because I have a lot to learn now too about just the new playstyles. Are you not peeking for a reason here? Okay, there you go. Okay. One quick question I have, by the way. Just to pause for a second. Why are you taking such, you're almost giving yourself, no opportunity to get a pick outside of hitting, this really, really, really cool, reactionary shot, which, don't get me wrong, those can be super satisfying, but keep in mind, Widow just got buffed. You're gonna be able to hit your shots much more, too, so give yourself opportunity. Like Widow, you can be a little bit less accurate than you were before and still hit those shots, so give yourself a chance, because right now, the way you're playing this, you're not giving yourself an opportunity to get any shot unless it's some really cool, angle where they perfectly line up for it. Well, not perfect lineup. They can technically be a little bit to the side if that's what the shots are at. But oh yeah, subscribe to the YouTube. I agree. Now, for anybody wondering what's changed about Junkertown, the sight lines have changed a lot. You see this building right here? Just to show this. If you haven't played this map yet or haven't played Season 9, this has a different... See all the sight lines now? They've made it so Widow loses some value on first. Widow can still be good. It's just the angles you have to take and the spots you have to take is a little bit different. So the map has shifted quite a bit on how those sight lines would be. But so far, you've done what we've seen sometimes in games where, you're just kind of... You're out of the team fight for quite a bit. It's like you're almost playing tank right now. You know when tank, a lot of, some of the playstyle is, hiding? It feels like you're tanking as Widow right now. There you go, there you go.
You dare touch my property?
You'd also do regen your HP now for a little bit if you stay out of combat. So if you give it a little bit of time. You notice how much downtime you've had in between each team fight here? You've taken, what, 7 shots? In a minute? 15 seconds?
Wipe them off the payload.
You don't have to play as close as you are. You don't have to play that close. I think you have more damage from your Venom Mine than your shots. Which, coming from a Venom Mine expert myself, I get it, you know? I love the Rhine just charging across. Yeah, so just to kind of give you a little bit of a suggestion already, Big Slam! You need to play a little bit further back at times and also make it so you're not just out of a team fight constantly. Also, next time, pop walls to your teammates. I know that you just got your ultimate. You don't have to keep it for a second. The moment you switch, you'll get rid of it. But it helps your teammates have an idea of where they are. What rank is this? This is Silver 2. It gives your teammates an idea, even if it's for 2 seconds. So just hit the button. I know you get 15% ult charge on Reaper, but walls is such good information for your team that it's worth keeping that for a second. I wouldn't worry about the 15% ult charge of Reaper at that point. Now keep in mind, before Season 8, I would have said Reaper on this point, but now I go, okay. You can find some value. It's not going to be perfect, but you can find value. Plus, with the way you were playing Widow, I mean, I don't think there's any way you could get... I think, you could... All you need to do is hit 2 shots. There you go. Okay, got the same value as you did on Widow. Health pack awareness is key. So you just, stood in a circle, did a circle there, and you have a health pack right here. Health pack awareness is key. Remember that. We going ready? Remember, your shots will hit a little bit easier now too. So, nice job. That was a good play. You have a little bit more HP now as Reaper too. There's no health pack there anymore. case anybody's wondering, I saw players doing this yesterday in this map. There is no health back here anymore. They got rid of that. Yep. Remember how you did that setup play on Lifeweaver and then you did that play? You see the difference? That one was, hey, I'm here, this is obvious. The other one was, hey, this is a surprise. Okay, also, just keep in mind, like, apparently, at a certain point in this game, and you won't, and I don't know if chat will believe this, but at a certain point, the Genji on the other team starts accusing this player of cheating.
Tactical visor activated.
I want to point that out. At a certain point. Yes, this is a spectated video. So far, I don't think they are. Don't be afraid to teleport top left here. Not that top left, the other top left, behind the box. And then going, what in the... I can't believe, big slam! I can't believe that worked, to be honest with you. Yeah, so when you use your Reaper ult, try not to make it so obvious. What is going to be... I find that some Reapers do that, and it just turns into, like, this is an obvious Reaper ult, let me prepare for it. Now, you won the team fight, and honestly, I think it's because your team did a good job of following up, but you have to be careful of, like, just shifting into the team. And aiming the Reaper ult was suspect? True. And now we're seeing the Orisa, which I think Orisa is probably going to start being played more and more. I don't know if that's what they were hoping for, to have Orisa be played a lot, but with current tanking, you'll soon find that a lot of tanks will struggle. So you have to go tanks that have a good amount of damage reduction to give yourself a chance. Well, if you run into somebody as Reaper to get them to use Zen ult before anything happens, then that just... I feel like any play you do at that point will work. I'm gonna be real with you. If you're just running at somebody and they use Zen ult before you do anything, then at that... Like, unless, like, it's like a dive coming from 4 people, then at that point you probably could run into a wall. You know what I mean? Like... Did they shoot at their own soldier? Listen, first of all, even if they did, we've all been there. I'm just saying. Even if they did, we've all been there in that situation. Well, I don't know what their previous rank was before the placements. Antonio, thanks for get this up. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't know what their previous rank was. So I have no idea because their placements are already done and they were in silver, so I don't know what they were last season. I probably should ask people to put that there so I have an idea of where they were at before. I can say, and I don't know if it's like, I can definitely see a bit of the changes with like I can definitely see some of the changes with the projectile. And what I mean by, not the projectiles, like the hitboxes, because you can definitely see it even in this silver game. Like, the accuracy on the shot is definitely, you can see it's even with some, you definitely are hitting your shots more, which, it's probably interesting to have that now, especially like even in like silver and bronze, etc., because people are just more accurate now, so there's just a lot more damage happening that probably wasn't as happening as much before, so it's probably interesting. How was Reaper? Reaper's probably okay in some ranks. This is going to be a good ult. You have the right idea up there, by the way. You have a little bit more survivability too, so even like Kiriko's there. Okay, so let's talk about this. One of your biggest issues is your decisiveness. You spent so much time trying to set up a play that they pushed the cart in. And with that being said, we also have our first song of Season 9. They could have easily touched the point there. Yeah, you got to be more decisive with your play, which means, like, remember when you wanted to teleport up there, and then you're like, okay, this is the play, and then you decided not to teleport up there? You already lost your timing at that point. You get what I'm saying? So you have to look at that and be like, okay, this is my decisive play. I'm going to be decisive, and you're going to make that play. Instead, you waited too long, and then look what happened. Nothing. All right, so now you're on Widow again. Nice shot. You'll notice those will be a bit more accurate, too, which will be nice. For the player that's shooting the shot and trying to get the, hit the shot. Is that the Genji that accused you of cheating? Let me tell you, that was a play. All right. Decisiveness, do you see this? You don't know what you want to do. You want to find yourself to be more decisive. You want to go left side right away. If you want to go and peek for an limb right away, do that. Like, don't just sit there initially indecisively, because that's where you're going to miss out on the limbs and then get rolled. Careful. Okay, there's the passive kicking in. Takes a while to heal up, but you can see the passive working. Wasn't getting healed, and now you're finally getting the passive there. That's always nice. Remember, for anybody who doesn't know, the new passive is that if you don't take damage for 5 seconds, you'll start healing. It does take a while to get the heals, but it's good to have if, for example, your teammate wasn't healing you there the whole time.
No
hey,
one can hide from my sight.
First of all, where does the Genji accuse you of cheating? And second of all, how? That better not be the spot, I swear. See, that's one of those shots right there where, like, I see that and I'm like, that was... Yep. I can tell you right now, the new changes to, like, the new changes right now are, like, you can see it even in the spectated. So the new changes are the projectile sizes of, like, the shots are larger now, so you're going to more than likely hit your shots. It's essentially the equivalent of the heroes having, like, larger hitboxes, is the best way to explain it. And you can kind of see it right there, right? You can kind of... No, they're not cheating. You can see the shots hitting a bit more. Like, it's apparent at times. You know what I mean? Like, you can see it. It's like, wow, okay. And as you can see, by the way, on new Junkertown, Widow does lose a little bit of that value if the other players are using the cover now. Which I like. I played Junkertown, I think, 3 times yesterday in top 500 games. Well, not top 100 yet until 2 weeks into the season, but... you can use the cover really well. I had a couple games where I think a Torb, like, carried the game. Because they just hid in that building and they couldn't get to him. Nice shot. Ooh, that was a good shot. Nice. What's funny is because you said the Genji started to accuse you of cheating, but then we watched the point of view and we're just like, if that Genji even watched a little bit of this replay. Also, you see how that was a headshot right there, chat? That's what I'm talking about. You see that? That probably wasn't going to be a headshot last season, so you get a little bit more of that value. Oh, wait, in these situations, I want it. This goes for anybody playing Widow, and maybe a Widow player will tell you differently, but it's okay to use your walls and waste your walls if it means we guarantee we win a team fight in an overtime. Straight up. I really think that, like, popping your walls here is the play. Just let us know where they're at so you can win the team fight. There are some ultimates you might be like, okay, maybe I can save my grab if you have grab, right? Okay, let's play smart with that. Walls is one of those things that, like, yes, it can help you with, like, those one-on-ones later on, maybe on second. It's better to use them and guarantee a first team fight or a first point than it is to never use them. Did they just start random shooting? No, here, let me, 1 second. I'm gonna go back for 1 second. Is this the Life Weaver shot? Let me see if I can show you what I mean by the new hitbox. That was a headshot. You see what I'm talking about? Like, that's what I meant by, like, where the hitboxes are at now. That's why I'm saying, like, you're gonna see your shots hit more, because that's, like, that's how it is now with the shots. You see what I'm saying? So, like, you're gonna see more value from your shots. Like, they're not cheating, their shots are gonna more than likely hit headshots at that point. That's the point I'm trying to make with that one. Yep.
That's better.
The hitboxes are wild if you test in the practice range, of course. And I mean, it can play a little bit different than the practice range. I mean, even I've looked at it and seen that. Like, if somebody's standing still, then yes, it's gonna feel that at times. But yeah, it's definitely, the hitbox is larger. I've been saying it since even a little bit before Season 9. You're gonna hit more shots. Like, you're gonna feel that. Like, you're gonna feel that from both the player point of view, where you're shooting and hitting shots, and when of where you're hitting your shots, and also on top of that, you're gonna feel it from the point of view of, like, the other team hitting shots on you. So, good use of cover here. This is good. Remember, you have the passive now, so this is gonna be where you see that, where you can get the extra healing. I gotta test it if bubbles clear the 20% passive. I imagine they do, right? I feel like it should. By the way, you can pop walls for your team well before this. Like you don't need to save your walls. Is it this? You're not saving a blade here, waiting for a nano blade. You have walls. Walls benefit you and your team. Okay? Sometimes, like, I think that gets lost a little bit with ultimates, where, like, players think so much about using the ultimate for themselves that they don't realize the benefit it has for their teammates. A couple ultimates I can think of like that are Kitsune, Window, Widow Walls. Like, there's these abilities that they can be really helpful if you just use them for both you and your team. And even if you can't get the full value of walls from where you're at, you can get the value of winning the team fight by just giving those, like, walls for your teammates. Well, I think Zen's in a spot right now where you don't even have to save your ult anymore. Where you don't even have to, nice shot. You don't even have to save your ult anymore, because you're gonna have your ultimate up every 30 seconds with how strong Zen is right now. No, I don't think chat thinks they're cheating. I think they're memeing based off of when the Genji on the other team was accusing him of cheating. Like, this will go back to what I'm showing. You might be able to see it from this point of view, too. Let me see if I can find it. You know, I'm not looking at cheating here. I'm showing that, like, I'm going to see if you can see the hitbox thing here. Because it is a Kiriko headshot, so I'm curious to see if it's...
That's better.
I couldn't get it quite where I wanted it to. Let's see if I can get it better.
That's better.
So you'll see it's a little bit to the left. Like, point is that you're going to see headshots like that way more often now. It's just gonna happen in any rank. And this is kind of, I was very curious to see this, like, that is a good shot. I'm saying, I'm showing you a little bit to the left of that one. It's gonna be, you're gonna see it a lot more when we start to watch, like, bronze, silver, gold games. We're gonna see more shots like this, which is also gonna be a playstyle adjustment in a lot of ranks, because that wasn't happening as frequently. So now it's like, it'll be a bit more apparent. And yeah, that was a good shot, all things considered. I agree.
Watch out.
No? Imagine in a bot and you're only hitting shots because of the patch. So I don't think we've said those exact words. What we're saying is you're more than likely going to see more shots hit, right? And I think that's like, that is in the patch notes. If I play Widow right now and more of my shots hit, I'm gonna know more of my shots are hitting. You're hitting good shots. It's just more shots are gonna hit now, even if you miss a little bit. That's literally what the patch is. We're not saying that they're bad and missing shots. We're saying that you're just gonna see more shots hit. Like, that's just what it is. Like, that's just the hitbox thing. It's gonna happen in every rank because they made a patch that does that. The patch itself does that. Like, it was designed to do that, is my point. Like, it's not... A lot of heroes will feel better when you play them.
His brother should have found the payload is not moving.
One of the first things I said when I played Widow, when I gave my feedback to everybody when I was talking about the game, like, right before, Monday before the patch, I was like, when I played Widow in, like, the few games I tested, I was dominated.
Surrender to my will.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're going to hit more shots, and the other team is going to hit more shots. Yep.
We need to take the objective now.
Two things I want you to adjust when you start playing next time.
No one can hide from my sight.
Two things. Okay, you ready? 1, your decisiveness. 2, use your walls more frequently. And there you go. Ended up losing the game. There you go. So, just to kind of go back for this for a second. Like, one thing I really want to start seeing from you is your decisiveness, which decisiveness is like, when you go to make a play, you make that play. Right? That's what you're going to do. Like, you're going to go in there, you want to hold this angle, hold that angle and make the play. Don't sit there and wait 10 seconds to decide you want to hold the angle. 2, use Widow walls. Remember all those hit markers you were getting, all those shots you were hitting? That would give you walls. You would have probably popped 4 walls more, which help your team and can result in you winning this game. Instead, you sit there and wait for the perfect opportunity to pop walls when it's like a 3v5 and the game is over. I think you can improve on that side of things and you'll be in a good spot. Also, if you end up watching this video of yourself playing here, what rank did you start in last season? I'm just curious. I'm trying to figure out where people were. Season 8 to Season 9, how the placements have done, all that. That's just more of like a side note thing I want to see. So, yeah. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. We are looking for a bunch of Season 9 replay codes right now, so if you want to submit your own, spectating, if you look in the description below, you'll see my Discord right there. That's where you can submit those. We've been playing a lot of the new season, having a ton of fun. You can see below the webcam. We have the Twitch chat right there, so stop by. We're grinding, learning how everything plays now with the new changes, so stop by. We have a lot of fun here. And with that being said, hope you have an amazing day/night.